taking a look at problem number 3 from section 1.2, you can see a rational equation. It looks like things we've worked on before, but this one is going to have a little trick to it as we get going. Copy down the problem, pause the video until you're ready to go. Once you're ready, press play, and we'll go through these steps together. All right, let's take a look. You see we have two fractions that have common denominators, so we can combine these right away. We can combine these, and let's see. Common denominator is going to remain x plus 4, and then we'll combine the numerators. X plus 4, all right, plus 2 equals 0. Well, here we have different directions we can go. One direction to go is to say this. We can say, well, taking a look, x plus 4 divided by x plus 4, anything divided by itself is 1. So it's just saying 1 plus 2 is 0. We're saying that 3 equals 0. Now the variables have disappeared all of a sudden, and we're left with a statement that doesn't make any sense. So let's take a look at what that means. If the variables are gone, they've disappeared, and you're left with a statement that's false, well, then that means there is no solution. Okay. So apparently there's no solution. But well, that just doesn't sit right. So let's check this problem doing it a different way and see if we come up with an answer. Now let's take this same problem and let's get a proportion like we have before. We'll subtract 2 from both sides. So we say x plus 4 over x plus 4 equals negative 2. Well, first of all, that should raise a red flag because anything divided by itself is 1. This is not going to equal negative 2. But just to be sure, we can convince ourselves we can keep going. We can call this negative 2 over 1 and solve our proportion. We'll cross multiply. So if we do 1 times the quantity x plus 4, we get x plus 4. If we do negative 2 times the quantity x plus 4, we'll get negative 2 times the quantity x plus 4. Distributing will give us negative 2x minus 8. And now let's see what happens. We can add 2x to both sides. We can subtract 4 from both sides. And we can divide. So now we get something that looks like an answer. Looks like we have x equals negative 4. So let's check our answer. Let's take our answer and use our calculator. Well, we should recognize right now something funny is going to happen, but we'll put negative 4 in place of x. Let's divide by the quantity, negative 4 plus 4. And now we'll add to it 4 divided by the quantity, negative 4 plus 4. You should see what's going on. When you put negative 4 in for x, we're doing negative 4 plus 4 in the denominator. Well, that's 0, 0 in the denominator. That doesn't sit right. When we hit plus 2 and hit enter, see, we get an error. We're dividing by 0. And we can't divide by 0. So what that means is x equals negative 4 is not really a solution to this equation. It's a good thing we checked our answer. And what if we did the problem using that method first? If you just said x equals negative 4 and moved on, now you'd have an answer that doesn't really work. So there is no solution to this problem. We can try solving it different ways. You can see there is no solution. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it was helpful.